In a riveting and captivating interview, former Gold Cup winning jockey and now trainer, Lintonhoe Calder shares his intriguing career life. Calder turns back the clock while reminiscing on his days in the saddle, sharing the sacrifices made and the turmoil experienced during those formative years as a rider, despite big race success. Calder has also extended his innate and deep love for horse racing beyond the saddle and the barn, to owning and managing a stud farm operation. Watch and listen as Lintonhoe Calder tells his compelling career story via QuickGallop.com and its YouTube channel, The Quick Galloper.
I came in racing from in the 60s, you know. Right? I follow my apprentice, my father-in-law at that time. You know, he was Egbert Barr, was my father-in-law, so, you know, I followed him to the track. He was a jockey and apparently, you know, becomes a trainer in the future, but he was a good horseman. And I came to Mr. Arthur Jones' stable. He brought me there. Well, I learned to ride. You know, at a tender age, start riding about 9-year-old. Came down on the track and started riding horses amongst them. My mother used to sell at the gate. Yes, everybody knew her as Aunt Chick. Yes, and so, you know, that enticed me to come to the track because I have to come to check her. And so, you know, I get to love horses. My father died at a very, very tender age, you know, at a 5-year-old. So, as an orphan child, I was to, stick to my mother. So I followed her in the mornings, come to the track and get acquainted with the people down here. Well, after a couple of years by Mr. Arthur Jones, learned to ride and, you know, I move on. Yes, because he didn't have much horses. And this trainer by the name of Mr. Allen Billy Williams. Yes, I move on to Mr. Williams' stable. He accepted me and I continue my apprenticeship there until I started riding in 1971. As I said, I was in the early 60s. I was by the track.
And that is as a licensed jockey?
Yes, as a licensed jockey in 1971.
At what age?
At 13 years.
So you got your apprentice license?
At 13, yes, start riding at 13 years.
Wow.
I start riding the 7th of July 1971. Yes. And by the year to end, because I was such a progressive apprentice, I run 4th in the championship from July to December. But in that time we were, you know, taking off 7 pounds. Then we got that allowance. I weighed 69 pounds when I started riding. Yeah, I was 10 days or 13.
But to finish 4th in the championship, that must have been...
I finished 4th in the championship. That same 1971. I won the Gold Cup and Alliance. I won the 5,000 race first, and then I got the ride in the Gold Cup on him. So I won 2 prestigious races in that 1971 there. And the top apprentice at that start, you know, because it was J. Bravo and DePaz. That was the top jockeys at that time, and Double Ellis. I run 4th with them.
How long did you ride for? How long was your riding career?
Well, I ride up to because at one time I lost my license for a little period because I'm not getting 12 rides into the system. Even then, 12 rides wasn't and I like something to stop you, but they said it came to do you better, for you to perform better. So it catch me because I got 11 rides. And the people them stick out said, I must not get
12.
back, I must have 12. So get lawyer and all of that. So, you know, at that time I just reform into myself and start practicing, you know, my lifestyle. As you say, Rastafarian, and you know.
Yeah. So you rode until what year? When was your last mount?
1997.
1997.
Yeah, because I rode for a period of time there, and you know I got back my license. I said, you know, after losing it for a couple of years, got it back and start riding again, and you know, but I gave it up and said, well, I'm gonna choose, you know, make a choice to be an you know, assistant trainer to Tencent Chang for a couple of years, 4 years, and then I went to the school and graduated, you know, come out as a trainer. My first win as a trainer was Exotic Gift, written by Ahmet Robles. Yeah, you know.
And at 1 year you won a claiming championship series.
Yes, up the line, the series. Yeah, I got involved in the series there and won it, beating I think Mr. Darby won second in it, the senior. Yeah.
And how long will we be seeing Lintonhoe Calder in racing?
Well, that is a vision that I you know, because it's endless. That love for racing, it's endless. So as a breed, I'm breeding horses, so I'll always be around horses. So even, you know, if I step down, I'll still be in, you know, have horses to deal with.
How many winners you have ridden?
Yes, I rode 86 winners in my riding career. You know, apparently didn't reach 100 because I wanted that milestone very much. But, you know, issues and family life and all of that, so I just had to make a choice.
Any other memorable races you would have won?
Yes, a couple of cup races, Happy Home Cup with Roto Goal, beating Jupiter, you know, nice 3-year-old race there. I like this horse here by the name of Watasha. All of them set of horse them right from Mr. Matalan, because I was Matalan's apprentice at a young stage, and I used to win a lot of races for him.
Is Alliance the best horse you have ridden?
Well, most prestigious race, and I would say that.
Okay.
I rode other big horses in A-class race and still didn't win, but won on. Alliance was my top race.
All right, so you went to Tencent Chang and you got your trainer's license. When was that?
Well, I graduated 2008.
As a trainer, I noticed that most of your winners are horses that are owned by yourself.
Yeah, that's it.
And you train them. Is it that you just want to do that, or would you love other owners to come in and you know,
Yes.
give you a chance to train for them?
Of course, I would appreciate some owners around me to make me expand my thing, but I haven't got that privilege, you know, so I just do my thing to stay into the game. But whenever I get that chance, even the series is, I got a claim with an owner, and I and him work, and we won the claiming series. So I just waiting to see a couple of owners come around that I can do business with and get myself ahead in racing, because if you don't have, the more horses you have, the more you'll have chances to be winners.
So, Mr. Calder, from the 6 years when you got involved to now,
Yeah.
have you enjoyed the journey?
Quite so. Quite so. I wouldn't take away nothing from my love for racing and racehorse.
Is there any regrets along the way?
Well, no, I wouldn't say. Only that when I lost my license for getting 12 rides, not getting 12 rides, 6 years. They took away my license not because I didn't get 12 rides. I got 13 papers of 13 rides, but one automatically did not start on a race day. And I told them and I explained to them in so many ways.
So
But
that would have been your biggest hurt.
yes, because that set me back a lot, because I was getting there after lose my apprenticeship, and I come now as a big jockey and I get in the profession. They set me back a lot, because losing 6 years with so much to give there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to love horse racing where I stay on and got my trainer's license and make all the sacrifices and come through.
Having been here for so long, which is the best horse you think you have seen race here at Caymanas?
I've seen Element as a youngster. I've seen none such. More some big horses, Mr. Williams train and owned by Mr. Maya Matalan. Some real good horses.
So those two are the two standouts for you?
Yes, Element, a very outstanding horse.
What about in the field of jockeyship?
Considering that you were a rider.
Before, I always admired this jockey by the name of Walker, Glenfred Walker.
Man they call cool.
Yes, that jockey as a youth when I come, I always see that man as a, general in our horse racing. Him governs the horse in so much. We never see him try to do. Him just do it perfect. I've been through Mr. Arthur Jones as a veteran and learn and thing, but Glenn Walker, that man is an outstanding rider, as I can remember. When you hear me down call Kenneth Mattis, and Kenneth does so much. Glenn Walker, that man, very, very brilliant rider, and I always see him as a model, role model. Huh?
In the present jockeys colony now, who stands out to you?
Well, presently at riding, well, I like the consecutiveness of Anthony Thomas. That jockey there. I'm born for it. I'm born for it. So I'll say, well, Dane Dawkins is coming right now. He have a good vision, so I hope him all the best. But Anthony Thomas, that boy, him really stand up.
And how has it been training horses? How has it been so far?
Well, it's all good, because I'm a lover of horses, and I just roll with them. And at my age now, my family would, instruct me not to really, exercise them, but not to ride in races.
You still exercise them?
Yeah, you understand? So I love to ride. It's all in me, and that's the top thing. I love to ride. Even that.
About how many winners have you had so far in your training career?
I think I won over 50 races as a trainer since I got my license. I believe it's about 54.
All trainers
Yeah.
aspire to win classic races.
Very much. Very much.
What are your prospects?
Well, the nearest I've come to that limelight to train a big horse. It was Q7. Won a nice 3-year-old race with him and entered into the Derby. So, you know, with him. We didn't place still in that race, but I think I ran about 7th or so in the race with him. But, you know, I'm hoping that I'll bred or buy a good horse, you know, that will enter the classic one of these days. Because it's every good trainer's
I know that
wish.
you are involved in other aspects of the racing industry. Tell us about it.
Well, I breed a couple of mares. I brought a couple of mares, you know, and a little farm that I have next door to my house where I'm living. And at present, I have brood mare that in foal to drop this month, next month, you know, and I have a nice stallion there. So
What's the name of the stallion?
Tease Me Again. Tease Me Again.
Tease me again.
You have any young horses, 3-year-olds in the barn right now?
No, not at present.
Outside of the breeding aspect of it, you're also an entrepreneur. You provide hay here at the shop for some.
Yes, my son, you know, he does that on the side. Yes, he make hay and I sell it for him.
Thank you for watching another video produced by the team from QuickGallop.com, YouTube channel, The Quick Galloper. Please stay on the channel for more enlightening videos on those involved in local horse racing. Please like, subscribe, and press the notification bell.